Time now for the KSL In-Depth. You might have heard in the national news today that new rules for drones are in place, meaning businesses have a green light to fly. They used to need special permission from the FAA to do that. Our reporter and executive producer, Dave Cawley, talked with the FAA about this just a few days ago. So, Dave, do you have to be an actual pilot to fly a drone under these rules?
No, you don't. That actually was one of the ideas that came up earlier when they were making these rules, was maybe making sure that you had to have an actual pilot's license in order to fly a drone. Now it's a little different. They say you have to go take a knowledge test and prove that you understand airspace and some of the associated rules. You have to be 16 and you have to pass a background check, but you do not have to be an actual pilot.
So I don't fly a drone. Why should I care?
This is important because it's going to the root of public safety. Basically, these people now have the ability to fly in areas where you're going to be seeing them. I mean, you already see drones in your neighborhood, right? Because people are flying these for fun.
Sure, I had one. I crashed it. We were done with it.
There you go, right? But somebody flying for business is probably operating a bigger drone. They're going to be in areas where they're maybe closer to people. Now, the rules say they can't fly over people, but it's something where they want to make sure that they're safe, that they're not interfering with airplanes. These rules help them do that.
So what about a kid gets a drone for Christmas? Does he have to go to pass a test just to fly the thing out on the street?
Okay, so here's the funny thing. This deals only with commercial flights. If you are what they call a hobby operator, the kid in your neighborhood, whatever, does not apply to you. They don't have to go take these rules tests. Now, that kind of creates a weird situation where if somebody gets in trouble, they could say, I'm just a hobby operator. But the FAA now has the ability to come in and say, you registered, you were a commercial operator, we knew you were flying under those rules, you have to abide by them.
And what if there's like a Domino's pizza hanging from it? It's pretty obviously a delivery. I'm not a commercial.
Well, and the cool thing is, though, is this does start to open up some of those possibilities, because before now, we've heard Amazon talking about delivering stuff with drones, and that's really not been possible. This starts to open it up because they can carry payloads as long as they're light. I think it's like 55 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
So are we going to see a lot of cool drone shots over Lavelle Edwards Stadium this season?
That's probably not likely, because what happens is if you want to fly over people, you still have to go to the FAA and say, I want a special exemption, because that is not something that's allowed under these rules. And they are going to be very stingy about who gets to do that.
There's our own Dave Cawley. Thanks a lot. You've been listening to the KSL In-Depth. We do it every hour. Go deeper on a story at 15 and 45.